Hello and welcome to your morning yoga flow. We'll begin towards the back of your mat, resting your thighs on your shins and coming to balance on your toes. Placing your hands on the mat and flipping your hands so that your fingers are facing you. Eye gaze is towards the front of your mat and your hips are resting on your heels to allow a slight pressure on your toes to release tension and stretch through your feet. We'll take about 3 more breaths in your toe stretch. On your last breath, bring your big toes to touch, your knees out wide towards the edge of the mat. And as you exhale, lower your upper body onto the mat, lengthening your arms long to come in to a child's pose. Hold here as we stretch through the hips and lengthen through the front body. Taking 2 more breaths. On your last breath, push into your hands and roll your upper body up, placing your knees underneath your hips and hands underneath your shoulders at hip and shoulder width apart. As you inhale, bring your gaze to look up towards the sky, arching through the back. As you exhale, round through the back and tuck your head between your shoulders to round through the back. Continue to link the breath with the movement as we create waves within the back to open up through the spine and release any tension. Continue this motion for about 5 breaths. And as you move through your cat-cows, just taking notice of how your body feels. On your last breath, walk your hands forward an inch, lower your hips onto the mat, lift the gaze towards the sky, and roll the shoulders down and back, coming in to an upward facing dog. Rest here as we open up through the lower back and stretch through the chest. Take 1 more breath in your upward facing dog. On your last breath, come up high on your left toes. Bring your right shin across your body. Hands are planted on the mat and gaze is neutral. Coming into a pigeon to stretch through the hips and the thighs. If you'd like to deepen this stretch in your thighs, walk your hands forward, allowing your upper body to fold over your right leg. Take 3 more breaths in your variation. On your last breath, plant your right foot on the mat. Come to balance on your left knee. Push into your hands and lift your chest up, bringing your fingers to face up towards the sky, coming in to a lunge. Core is tucked and gaze is neutral as we breathe to open up through the hips and lengthen the body long. On your last breath, lower your hands onto the mat. Plant your left foot on the mat at a 45-degree angle. Place your right hand on the inside of your right foot. Take a breath, and as you exhale, lift your left arm up towards the sky, coming in to a triangle. Take 3 breaths here as we stretch through the back of your legs and open up through the chest. On your last breath, push into your right hand, bend through your right knee, And bring your arms parallel to your shoulders, making a T shape to come in to a warrior two. Eye gaze is looking over your right hand, and your back left leg is straight. Hold here for 3 breaths. On your last breath, flip your right palm up towards the sky and windmill your right arm up overhead, placing your left hand on your left thigh, coming in to a peaceful warrior. Take 2 more breaths here as we open up through the side body. On your last breath, windmill your right arm beside you and bring your left leg to meet your right leg on the mat. Flip your palms to face the front of your mat, coming in to a mountain pose. Rolling the shoulders down and back, and just taking the time to ground in this moment and connect back with the breath. Take an inhale. As you exhale, tuck from your chin, upper back, mid back, and lower back until your hands reach the mat. Take a moment in your forward fold. As you exhale, bring your hands to your shins, coming into a halfway lift. Exhale, fold your hands back down to the mat. Step both of your feet towards the back of the mat, lifting the hips up towards the sky and tucking the core in. Place both feet towards the back of your mat, lift your hips up towards the sky, straighten through the elbows to come in to a downward dog. Planting your heels into the mat as far as you can, just stretch through the back of your legs and increase your circulation. On your last breath, round through the back and lower your hips onto the mat, lifting through the chest and bringing the gaze to look up towards the sky, coming in to an upward facing dog. Take 2 breaths in this pose. On your last breath, come up high on your right toes and bring your left leg across your body, coming in to a pigeon. If you'd like to deepen this stretch in your left thigh, walk your hands forward and gently allow your upper body to melt over your left thigh. Take 3 more breaths in your variation. On your last breath, plant your left foot on the mat. Come to balance on your right knee. As you exhale, lift your arms to point your fingers up to the sky, lengthening your body long. Coming in to a lunge on the other side. Hold here for 2 breaths. On your last breath, lower your hands onto the mat. Plant your right foot on the mat. Straighten through the right leg and bring your right foot on a 45-degree angle. Place your left hand on the inside of your left foot. Straighten through the left leg. As you exhale, lift your right arm up towards the sky, coming in to a triangle. Hold here to increase your circulation. Open up through the chest and stretch through the legs. On your last breath, push into your left hand to lift your upper body up. Bend your left knee, bring your knee in line with your ankle. Straighten through your right leg and bring your arms in a T shape, parallel with your shoulders. Gaze is floating over your right hand to come in to a warrior two. Take 2 more breaths. On your last breath, flip your left palm to face up towards the sky, and then windmill your left arm up overhead, bringing your right hand on your right leg to come in to a peaceful warrior. Hold here for 2 more breaths. As you exhale, windmill your left arm back towards your side and bring your right foot to meet your left foot towards the top of your mat, flipping your palms to come in to a mountain pose. Take a moment to find your center, to ground and breathe. On your last breath, begin a roll down towards your mat, tucking from your chin, upper back, mid back, and lower back. Once your hands reach the mat, bring your toes towards the edge of the mat and your palms in prayer position, elbows gently pressing against the knees, coming in to a yogi squat. Spine is long and shoulders are rolled down and back to open up through the chest and the hips. Take 1 more breath in your yogi squat. As you exhale, plant your hands on the mat and bring your toes forward. Straighten through the knees to come in to a forward fold. Rest here for a moment and then bring both of your legs towards the back of the mat. Lift your hips up and tuck your core to come in to a downward dog. Planting your heels onto the mat as far as you feel comfortable and just enjoying the sensations down the back of your legs. On your last breath, lower your knees onto the mat, lengthen your arms long, coming in to a happy puppy pose. Take about 2 more breaths. On your last breath, push into your hands and round your upper back, coming to sit on your mat. Take an inhale, and as you exhale, windmill your arms up overhead, and then lower your right arm onto your left knee, bringing your left hand behind you, and bringing your gaze and upper body to face your left hand, coming in to a spinal twist. If you'd like to stretch through the side of your body, lift your left arm up overhead and hold here. Take an inhale, and as you exhale, windmill your arms up overhead, and then place your right hand on your left knee and your left hand behind you. Bring your gaze to face towards your left hand and twist your upper body in the same direction. If you'd like to stretch through the side of your body, lift your left arm up overhead and hold here. On your last breath, bring both hands onto your knees in a crisscross shape, and then place your hands on your body and give yourself the biggest hug, thanking yourself for showing up today and doing something to make you feel good. When you're ready, place your hands down by your side. As you exhale, windmill your arms up overhead, placing your palms in prayer position, and then lower your palms down to heart center. Taking this time to connect back with you and maybe setting an intention for your day. Thank you so much for joining me on the mat today. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day. Namaste.